Welcome back to Fun Facts and News. Let's take a look at the upbringing and backstory of actor Morgan Freeman. Freeman was born on June of 1937 in Memphis, Tennessee. His parents moved back to Chicago to find better work, leaving him in Memphis with his grandmother. Around this time, racism was still pretty strong in the South, as the Jim Crow laws was still in the books, and Morgan would later have his fair share of it. Freeman and older sister Iris Virginia both stayed with their grandmother, but after for years, Freeman, now 6 years old, his grandmother sadly passed away. The devastated Morgan Freeman, who got used to the all-year-round warm weather, was not happy about his full-time move to Chicago. After his grandmother's tragic passing, he then moved to Bronzeville in Southside Chicago, a relatively impoverished neighborhood. Growing up in this violence-stricken neighborhood, Freeman later joined the street gang, the Spiders, which he had to commit crimes to be initiated. Even though he was not a full-time gang member, the actor did enough to be associated and earn protection from the gang throughout the neighborhood. During his biography, Freeman would detail his former gang life. "I didn't like Chicago like that. I preferred staying with my grandmother. If it was up to me, I would have just stayed to myself, focus on my school work, but that was not an option in my neighborhood," he stated. Despite his rough childhood, Freeman managed to finish high school with a scholarship to Jackson State University to join the theater program, which he turned down to join the U.S. Air Force. But with racism still at his peak, Freeman, who wanted to be a jet fighter pilot, was never able to advance over above being a radar mechanic despite testing highly. He would then blamed being black for his stagnant position and later left the Air Force in 1959, a few years before the Vietnam War. A decade later, now on his way to stardom, he would land the role of Easy Reader on The Electric Company. Thinking he would be happy with his character success on the show, Freeman started abusing alcohol after he constantly was being recognized for being Easy Reader, then Morgan Freeman the actor. He abused alcohol so much to where he would get so drunk he usually blacked out. His alcohol abuse led to his marriage ending in 1979, which forced him to get sober right before The Electric Company got canceled. Freeman went on to star in many box office hits over the decades, and currently acting at 87 years old, he overcame a lot of struggles in his personal life and childhood. He is known today as one of our longest acting actors, still acting since his debut in the early 1970s. For more interesting videos and fun facts, like, share, and subscribe.